This story leads our bulletin. At this hour, 14 people have been killed in a major crash on the N3 highway near Estcourt in KwaZulu-Natal. 2 trucks and a minibus taxi collided on Monday night. 1 person has been transported to hospital. All the victims were passengers of the minibus taxi. KwaZulu-Natal Transport spokesperson Kwanele Ncalane joins us now on the line on this. Mr. Ncalane, good morning. It's not a very good one, of course, when we talk about this crash that has killed 14 people in a minibus taxi. From what you know as a provincial transport department, what happened here?
Well, good morning, Brother, and good morning to all the NCA viewers at home. Obviously, a very sad day for the province because we woke up with the news of this horrific crash where 14 people died on the N3 in Midway. According to the information that we have received so far, it indicates that a truck jet 5 and the truck collided with the truck, and the truck that was behind as well also crashed into a minibus taxi. All the 14 people were from a minibus taxi. One was transferred to hospital. Is in a very critical condition. But as I'm talking to you, then we are exploring and we are embarking on intervention measures to curb the spread of such fatal crashes in the province. You'll recall that in October, we had 3 major accidents where more than 13 people died. That is quite unfortunate. But the
and also in September, you had 13 members of the Mdali family who also lost their lives in a taxi crash in KwaZulu-Natal Midlands.
Yes, absolutely, brother. And it's that accident that happened in Bulwa, another one on R66, and also another one in Ulundi as well.
So what can you do? What can you do? I've seen a statement coming from your department, the MEC for Transport, Community Safety and Liaison, Mr. Begintuli, calling for an urgent meeting with the freight industry. Are you blaming the trucks for these latest accidents?
Well, we are not solely blaming them, but the meeting that the MEC is convening is on the basis that in most of these fatal accidents, the trucks are involved. But beyond that, we want to engage with the freight industry to say what role can they play as well in ensuring that we minimize the impact and the scourge of accidents involving their members or their trucks. You'll recall that there's also been a lot of work that we are doing as a province in terms of making interventions, having enforcements that are directed and focused on the trucks themselves. But we are saying the police can't be everywhere on the road. Therefore, we need to forge partnership with them and investigate together. Is it driver fatigue? Is it the issue of overloading? Is it the issue of long distances that they are traveling without rest? So we want to zoom into specific.
And it could also be an issue of roadworthiness. It could also be maybe an issue of roadworthiness.
Absolutely, absolutely. The issue of roadworthiness is going to be one, but also the driver documentation as well is one of the critical issues that we've always encountered in the freight industry. Therefore, we want to address those issues holistically, but we will also be moving on to engage with the taxi industry. But part of our strategy as well will be the engagement with the heads of law enforcement agencies in the province, all heads of traffic, to say, now that we are approaching the festive season, how do we work out a clear strategy with clear deliverables to say how do we police the entire province of KwaZulu-Natal, especially the major routes that we know that are always causing us problems between this period of October.
I mean, generally, KwaZulu-Natal, you are known as a province of zero tolerance. I mean, we Gautengers, when we make our way to the beach on the N3 in December for holidays, we are always wary as we cross into KZN to make sure that we respect the rules of the road. But these recent accidents must be pointing to something that's not maybe working well for you in KwaZulu-Natal in terms of enforcing the law.
Well, the zero tolerance approach still remains. Then we are all over the province. We are in all corners. We are going to be ensuring as well that as we move to the festive, we heighten the law enforcement. But the challenge is that most of these accidents are happening in the awkward hours, in the evenings, and where there is not much visibility of the police. But obviously, the engagement, the national and the RTMC in particular, for additional manpower from the National Traffic Police, their engagements with all municipalities in the province to say, let's embark on an integrated approach so that we don't plan something as a province and only to find that the municipality or the SAPS at the local area is focusing on other routes.
Okay.
So we want to engage and say, what are the most common strategic routes where we need all to put our effort and make sure that we minimize
Mr. Ncalane, before you go, you said the MEC is getting these briefings today. It's going to be focusing on the freight industry. You're going to be engaging with the minibus taxi industry. When can we realistically expect your provincial plan of action as we head into December?
Absolutely, Praden. As we are engaging in these marathons of meetings and stakeholder engagement, the ultimate aim is to come with a comprehensive plan for the festive season, not a plan of government alone, but a plan of everybody that is involved in the sector. We will be presenting that plan soon to the Provincial Executive Council for approval so that we are able to roll it out in earnest. But we want to call on all road users, the drivers in the province, to be extra cautious in the road. We know that there are some heavy storms, it's rainy, it's misty in some part of the province. Therefore, we are calling on everyone to work with us on this one.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ncalane there, speaking on behalf of the provincial transport authorities in KwaZulu-Natal. Now,